and gentlemen, welcome back to Tech Showdown. My name is Kevin, this is my co-host Teddy, and today we're finally doing our GTX 950 unboxing, and this is the Asus Strix Geforce GTX 950. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it then. So, as some of you may know, this is a entry-level graphics card. So it's, marketed to be quite cheap, get you in the door in the graphics card market. This one, more specifically, has been made for sort of like MOBA gaming, which we will, talk more about a bit later. So this is quite cool, so they actually put Strix on the box. Usually it's just a blank sort of box, so that's a little bit different. Now let's open it up here and see what this one comes with. Oh, why are you so stuck? There we go. So we can just see the graphics card there. Sorry for the glare. We'll take this guy out and see what the accessories are. Wow, it's so light. Okay. Check this. Wait, is there something in here? Nope. Just heavy coupled. Okay, so we get a Strix sticker. Alrighty. What's this? Just warranty information. Okay, cool. Oh no, that's for... Oh yes, this comes with World of Warships. The code for something to do with that, which I thought was quite interesting, although I thought you could get that game for free. So, yeah. Alright, okay, so this is driver CD. This comes with their software for overclocking it, and of course the manual. Whoops, I just dropped a CD. And the manual as well. So, pretty basic. I mean, you wouldn't expect much with an entry-level graphics card, and I wasn't, so that's just fine. Alright, so let's talk about this graphics card itself. Oh, as we get it out here. There we go. So, this is featuring the 28nm GM206 Maxwell GPU. And if that sounds familiar, it's because it's the same one the GTX 960 runs, like the Turbo 960 from Asus I have in my rig right now. However, there are some changes. So this is basically a cut down 960 GPU. So you're getting 768 CUDA cores instead of the 1024 you usually get on a 960. You get 48 texture units instead of the 64. You're getting a base clock speed of, this is on the reference model, of 1024 MHz and a boost of 1188, which is down from the 960, which has reference speeds of 1190 base and 1253 boost. This one in particular, this Strix, on its OC mode, has clock speeds of 1165 MHz and 1355 MHz. However, that will change with GPU Boost 2.0, so it'll probably go a little bit higher than that, I would imagine. Now, memory-wise, it's also same as what you get with a 960. So it's 2 GB of GDDR5 memory on a 128-bit bus. However, that's at a slightly slower speed, down at 6,600 MHz, which is down from the 7,010 MHz of the 960. Now, this does support DirectX 12, which is good, going forward. However, this is primarily made for, MOBA games like Dota 2 and League of Legends. The TDP-wise, okay, so that's probably a good one to touch on. This is coming with a TDP of 90 watts. Wow. Maxwell efficiency at its best there. Which is just absolutely amazing. So that means the minimum power supply you're going to need for this guy is 350 watts. And usually they set these pretty, like they're quite high. You can usually get away with, if it says, say, 600 watts for, say, a 980 Ti, you can usually get away with maybe a 550 watt or something like that. So yeah, it's quite amazing. You could build a really low power system featuring one of these guys. Now, dimensions-wise. So it's coming in at 220 millimeters long by 125 millimeters wide by 40 millimeters tall. So very tiny card, as you can see. It is very, very small. I mean, my hand is almost the length of the card. So yeah, very small. This should fit in about every mid-tower currently for sale And for people building mini ITX rigs, I'm sure this will fit in the vast majority of them. It's a very small card. So this does feature a latency reduction through disabling multi-frame buffering. So the latency is almost halved. And this isn't just exclusive with, this could be done on any NVIDIA card. And it will be happening later on like that. But it is exclusive for right now with the 950. Now, which is just NVIDIA trying to boost 950 sales, I think. Now, let's go over the power connector. So, 90 watt TDP just means you're going to get a single 6-pin power connector, like many of you probably expected. Now, you can do SLI on this guy if you really want to. You see a single SLI finger, which means you're only going to be able to do up to 2-way SLI. Now, let's jump around and do I/O, and this is quite interesting. If I could take these covers off, which apparently is impossible because, like many of these other companies, Asus loves putting these on super tight. Use a knife to get them off. There we go, one off. I'll be back. Okay, now that we got the covers off, which was an absolute major, we're seeing that it's coming with pretty much standard what you'd want with everything. Just as strange that the DVI-I and DVI-D connectors are in the middle rather than, to the side like they usually are. Whatever. DisplayPort, I'm guessing that's DisplayPort 1.2, could be 1.4, and I know for sure this is HDMI 2.0, which is really cool. Which just made me think for a second. The entry-level NVIDIA card, the 950, has HDMI 2.0. AMD's top card right now, the Fury X, doesn't have HDMI 2.0. Something's going on there. Yeah, okay, now let's talk about the cooler. So, this cooler features Asus's 0 decibel technology, which just means these fans won't turn on until it reaches a certain temperature, which is cool. It means you have no fan noise at all. This fan design is the same as what we've seen on many of the Strix cards for a while now. Pretty standard stuff here. They usually do very good in terms of noise and also airflow. We're seeing big heat pipes. They look like 10mm heat pipes coming out the top, so that's pretty massive. Only 2 of them, but that's still pretty big heat pipes, so that's good to see. And big aluminium heat sinks under there. I really like that. So cooling wise, I mean, there's not that much to cool, being that this card has a TDP of 90 watts. However, this is still a pretty chunky cooler, so we should get very, very good temperatures out of this guy. It also features their 5-phase Super Alloy Power 2, which is good. That's just going to mean the card basically has upgraded power components, which means you're going to be able to overclock it higher, in theory, and it should make the card more reliable in the long run. And this guy is coming with a 3-year warranty. So this should be quite interesting. Now I'm going to be putting this 950 up against the Turbo 960 you see in there. Now this is going to be obvious which one wins in performance. However, I'm just wanting to see the gap between these guys and if that gap is worth it for a price to performance standpoint. So I think it'll be quite interesting, and after we do this we'll move into other testing, because as I said before, we're going to do quite a bit of kind of like entry level mid-level cards for a while, because we've done so many high-end cards now. It's just nice to go down and do some of these more entry-level cards that fit a lot more people's budget. Now, thank you all for watching this video. Please subscribe to Tech Showdown if you haven't already, and like the video. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.